So thank you so much, HaRuKo. How beautiful. What a blessing it is to have you in our community. So welcome again to this beautiful circle. And the next part of our program is for us to do some invocations. We are just going to set the field into unity, connecting each of us vertically with our I am presence, connecting horizontally out with all of life, stepping into the sacred circle, the sacred hoop that includes all life in all forms. Because in unity, it is indeed all of us. Every molecule, every atom is part of source. It is part of the elementals, the elemental realms. So everything in form is part of God. Everything is part of this sacred circle. So as we step into this new age, we are asking each of ourselves, connecting with our presence and asking to be guided breath by breath, step by step, to embody more and more reverence for life in all its forms, to look at the trees, the birds, one another, sand on the ground, and know that it is breathing, it is alive, it is speaking to us through love and responding to our every emotion and our every thought. So later I will be doing a more extensive talk about this, but now I ask for everyone to close your eyes, take a deep breath, call in your I am presence in deeply within you. I am all that I am. I am all that I am. I am all that I am. And I am one with everyone and everything. And everyone and everything. And breathe that in. The next piece that we are doing is calling in and invoking the flower of life unity sphere. This was a gift from Wesak Kumara and Lord Melchizedek, or Lord Metatron, and they gave this to a group called the Bless All Life Council, of which many of us have been a part, that was doing a lot of planetary work, and they came in and they said, this piece, when you say the flower of life unity sphere, this expands out from everyone's hearts and includes everyone that you put your attention on. It can be large, it can be small, it can be local, it can be national and worldwide. And you see this energy as the sparkling opalescence rainbow energy. I am invoking the flower of life unity sphere within me and around everyone in this room, within me and around everyone who is part of this event worldwide, sending our blessings to each and every one. I invoke the flower of life unity sphere within me and around the entire company of heaven, the angelic host, the elemental host, within me and around all of Gaia and all of Gaia's kingdoms and queendoms. We are one in the sacred hoop, in the sacred circle. This is the time that we are in now. Everyone has something to contribute. We are all equal, large and small, bird or tree, human, adult, or child, everyone has a contribution to make in the new world. Let us all honor one another, recognize each other as equals, and rejoice in our life. Blessings. So now, Michaela, where is our blessed? There you are. Michaela Cordeo is up next. She's going to talk to us more about the Buddha and Wesak. Thank you, Michaela. How fun that was. She's such a good storyteller, isn't she? My goodness. How do you follow an act like that? Well done, Michaela. Thank you. So, so all these tools that we're getting to receive, remember, play with, and one of the big things in all of this for us to remember is that we are co-creators. Is everybody in the room comfortable with that idea? That we are all co-creators? That we are creating actively with everything we say, think, feel, do. You know, we are taking energy and making it into something. So part of what I'm going to talk about is this co-creative process and how that works. I did a talk a while back that was called Light is Design and Love is Form. And what that talks about is that how the energies of inspiration, be they feeling body, mental body, physical, may they come from our presence way up high and come down, or that we're down here and going, what about this? And the energy goes up into what's called the causal plane. Does everybody know what the causal plane is? Is this comfortable? It's, when you think about it, the plane of cause. So what happens with the inspirations is that they come into this plane and are made into the divine blueprints. So it's like an architect. We have all our high selves are up on this plane, meeting with the ascended host and the angelic host and everybody. And we are creating things like architects and creating these blueprints. And then once the blueprints are in place, then we play with it a little bit and go, okay, so if we do it this way, it's going to go this plane, this line of potential, or this line of potential. If we tweak it this way, tweak it that way, do this, whatever. And then we choose which is the highest outcome that we are choosing. And then the magnetic force of love starts coming in to bring it into form. So light is design and love is form. So from the causal plane, it starts spinning down into the subtle bodies of Earth, the feeling body, the mental body, the etheric body, and then into the physical form. But what happens here, because we have been in duality, I'm going to put this in past tense as much as possible. We have been in duality and we are now stepping into unity fully. But in the past, the energies of duality have caused dysfunction of sorts in the plan that was created on the causal. And so we have this distortion that has happened, and it has come down into the physical and become something that isn't really love, or isn't quite unity, or isn't quite what we meant to do up here. But now, with the energies of unity coming fully into place, and we, like we did earlier today, are stepping into the sacred hoop of creation. And we know that absolutely everyone here has a purpose that is of equal importance to everyone else. So we are collaborating on the inner planes, and we are meeting each other in synchronicity in the outer planes. And we are saying, what about this? And what about that? Why don't we create this? I have this feeling that maybe that's part of my divine plan. So the divine plan is created and updated. You know, years ago, I used to think there was a plan. No, there are plans, and they get modified and modified and modified as people wake up, and people down here being creator beings, we're making decisions which are affecting the outcome, so then the plan has to change, and yada, yada, yada. But each one of us has a part to play. And the gifts that we have attained over millennia of incarnations on this earth, on other places, have stored in our causal body. So the causal body travels with us from lifetime to lifetime, whether we're on this planet or somewhere else. And so now we can connect through our presence as we are connecting in with that divinity. Then we can say, okay, I'm ready. I'm humming with my presence. I'm feeling inspired. And I am choosing to know what it is. What is my peace in the new earth? What is my peace? Is it something I'm doing by myself? Is it something I'm doing with a group? Is it something I'm doing with the trees, with the water, with the galactics, with the angels, with the children? What is my part? And then you reach up and you can work through the Akashic records. You can connect directly to your causal, your overlighting teams, and say, what is my piece in the plan? And then you pull those gifts down and you say, okay, these are my gifts, but this is my piece. And my gifts don't cover all the things in my piece, so there must be other beings and things that I am collaborating with. So then we get to step more into the circle and say, who are my playmates? Because we came here to play. We didn't come here to work. We came here to play, and my new awareness of the word job is joy of being. This is the upgrade. So now we all have a job, joy of being. And so we are all learning how to do that, and that joy energy is humming really high in the love ray, which allows us to go, okay, let's get up every day and smile and sing and connect with these higher planes of energy and create the way we really know how. And do it on purpose. Do it on purpose. And say, so, who are my playmates? Who did I come? And then you get quiet in that meditative place and you listen and you get these prompts. Gee, maybe I should go to Berryville. What are the big hot spots in town where everybody bumps into each other? Maybe I should go to Berryville, or maybe I should go up on the mountain or over to Lake Siskiyou, or if you're in another part of the world, there are places where you may be driving somewhere and you were going to go over here, and then you're like, no, I think I need to go that way. And then what happens? You run into an old friend, or you meet up with somebody who needs help that you can assist with. Unity is all about synchronicity, all about synchronicity. And listening to that intuitive place, living in the moment, listening in each moment, waking up and intending every day to live your highest outcome and to ask, what is it for me to do this day? And if you don't hear anything, you just get kind of quiet and you hang out and you do what feels like the best next step for you to do in that moment. And then you just carry on. But the biggest thing for us to really know now is to how to collaborate with the divine plan actively, directly, intentionally, by calling in what is my piece. This is what I call it. People call it mission, but I say, what is my piece of the plan? And who am I here to do it with? And then remember, we are not co-creating just with people. We are co-creating with the elements and the elementals, who are the divine alchemy. We cannot create anything without the help of the elements and the elementals, because they are the divine alchemy of the universe that brings things into form. The water, the air, the earth, the fire, the ethers, and all the elementals and the angels who work with them, and the Elohim, and on and on and on. That we are in this together. And when you get an inspiration, a book, a garden, anything that you want, a healing modality, you call in and connect with the overlighting divas. Because every part of the blueprint has an overlighting diva or an overlighting council of light that we then work with, and they direct the elements. And they work with us directly and inspire us in the direction to take to fulfill what it is that we are choosing to do, what it is that we decided to do way up here on the causal level, and now we are stepping it down and stepping it down and stepping it down and stepping it into the physical, which is getting lighter, thank God. You know, so the physical has always been the last part, the last body. So when we're down here and people, how many of you think, when is it ever going to show up down here? I mean, do we ever think down? It's like all the time. Because in our hearts and in our minds, we know that it's already in place on the causal level and on the etheric level now. And now we are stepping it in through divine will into physical form. And this is everybody's job. Everybody's joy is to get to bring it into the physical by the way we speak, the way we look at things, like Michaela was saying, you know, you just focus on it. What is it that we are choosing to create? You focus on it. You get into that feeling body and go, yeah, baby, this feels mighty fine. And then you remember, what did it feel like when we were in unity before? Because we were a long time ago on this planet. And a lot of people who are here now have been part of the teams who have ascended other planets. And we have come down as star seeds, and we are part of the, what I refer to, the flipping of the planet team. You know, we came down here to get her done. Yeah, we're flipping it. we're like, okay, this pancake is frying on the wrong side. We got to flip it. And we're going to raise it up and back into the circle. The circle was broken. The circle is now become whole again. And that is our job. And so we each get to participate in that directly through our actions and activities, working with the overlighting divas, remembering what it was like in Eden, paradise. And in other parts, when we're up in the higher fields, the fifth dimension and higher, it is like that. You know, a lot of us travel at night, and then we'll go to Shambala, we go to Telos, we go up on the ships, and then we wake up in the morning and go, oh my God, I'm back. You know, have you ever felt that way? You're like, oh my God, here I am again, just breathe. And then you have to go, okay, bring the juice in, bring the memories in. We went up, and a lot of times we're working. Some of us from I mentioned earlier, the Bless All Life Council that Michaela was part of, and quite a few other people, beautiful souls on this planet. And we call this the heavy lifting, when we get called out into the field at night to work with the ships, to do planetary cleanup. Some of it not very pleasant. And we'll wake up in the morning and go, okay, where's the sacred fire? Because we need massive amounts to clear our fields, because we've been out doing the heavy lifting at night. So when when you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh man, oh man, oh man, I don't think I really want to know what I was doing last night. Love yourself, bathe yourself in the sacred fire. Make sure that you are asking for your field to be consecrated with love and light and harmony and peace. And then you step out into your day and become the co-creator that you are. But we have to always clear our fields first. Always clear our fields. But now I'm going to spin back to the remembering. Remember paradise. Remember Eden. And where has that memory, those blueprints of the original Eden on this planet, where are they stored? Does anybody know where they have always been stored? Shambala. Yeah, on the causal plane and in Shambala. And Shambala is in Middle Earth, but it is also multidimensional. And there were those who, when the fall was chosen, the quote unquote fall, when people decided to go into separation, there were those who said, I don't think I want to do that. Thanks. And so we will be the historians. We will keep the codes and we will go into Shambhala and keep the codes pure and hold the field until the day comes to reveal the codes again so that everyone in their hearts can remember paradise is true and we're bringing it back right now, right here. And so Shambhala, we have a temple in Mount Shasta that is a portal into Shambhala. And Michaela and I took Michaela up on this temple a few weeks ago. And but it's much, much more. And as we went up, Michaela was like, whoa, this is like amazing up here. But once we got up, some of the representatives from Shambhala stepped out etherically and said, if you call us, we will come to Wesak. So they are here with us tonight. The Shambhala Council is here with us in its full glory and grace, offering each and every one of you the pieces of the puzzle, the memory of Eden, to come back into your hearts, to light back up your minds, for you to just know the truth of that. So when you are doing your visioning of New Earth, you connect with those codes, you connect with that energy, you ask and say to the Council of Shambhala, please help me remember so that I can call in the purest creations that I can in the here, in the now, and expand my mastery as a creator being by focusing on the highest outcome, the intended outcome. So the Shambhala Council. Lady Catherine is the high priestess of Shambhala. You can start by calling on her. Buddha, of course, is in Shambhala now. This is where the Logos, he is now serving as the Logos, and he is stationed in Shambhala, where Wesak Kumara was for such a long time. The past couple of years, one of my jobs as a soul has been to reactivate the paradise codes on the earth. I've traveled many places, activating the codes and awakening them and reminding the elements and the elementals, the trees, the cactus, what paradise was, calling the phoenix rising up out of the field to come in and blaze the paradise codes into awakening again. This is why we are all here. We are all the paradise, right? We are all the phoenix rising. Each one of us is part of that energy. each one of us has the ability to take something that is in duality, in separation, and step it into the circle again and call it home. The bird tribes. Does anybody know who the bird tribes are? You do. Ken Carey, this beautiful, beautiful author back in the 70s, Michaela, 80s, wrote a series of books. The Starseed Transmissions was one, but The Return of the Bird Tribes. And this book, to me, is required reading for these times because the bird tribes are part of the angelic essence. They are also the Hathors. They exemplify all of the mastery that we once had, and that is for ours to embrace again. White Buffalo Catwoman is part of the bird tribes. And in this book by Ken Carey, there is a whole chapter in there from her talking about the sacred hoop. And all of the bodies, our subtle bodies, from the monadic body to the atmic body, to the Buddhic body, to the causal body, etheric, mental, feeling, physical. And they all, when she talks about this in the book, she comes into the Sioux Lodge and there is a fire, sacred fire. And she walks around this 7 times, exemplifying each one of these subtle body levels. And she calls the people into the circle and to connect vertically to all your bodies and then come down and go out into the circle with all of that essence. And remember how to be whole again, how to connect with paradise again, how to envision it. When you look out at some of the photographs that are available in some of the parts of Earth that are more pristine, and you can go, there it is, there it is. That feels close. And then you call that to you and you expand the light even further. You call the sacred fire into that even more. You call in the magical energies of the divine feminine to express into the field of form its divine perfection as is intended in New Earth. We call this in, each of us, each and every day. And this, as part of Wesak, is the wisdom. The wisdom. We are in the field of anchoring the wisdom into Earth now. The Christ was the love. It's all about the love. The Buddha is the wisdom, the knowing. And then we have the next holiday on June 1st, which is the next festival, the Festival of Humanity, where all of us get to take this wisdom and bring it out into life. That is our job. This is what we're doing. And it's so much fun when we really get into it. We have, I think, been incredibly serious for way, way too long. And I'm like, come on, it's time to smile, it's time to laugh, it's time to go into the forest and see the elemental faces in the trees and in the water. The elementals and all the beings, the divas, they were like, come on, come play with us. We're here. We've been hiding from you for a really long time because you have been a scary bunch. You know, you have been like a scary bunch. Not safe, not good. But now we are emanating enough love and in our hearts that they are now showing up and saying, you know, we're really good at this creation thing. So if you want to play with us, we can get some real good stuff going here. So what I will leave you with as my final note is remember that it's all about the vertical conversation through all the bodies and then out into the horizontal plane. This is the double dorje, the up and then the out. And then you bring it around in this sacred hoop, and you step in and you call in all the elements, the elementals, the angels, the ascended host. You call everybody into the circle with you, your ancestors. And you say, let's create beautiful, exquisite things today. Something that we can look back on and go, nicely done. Nicely done. Well done. So thank you very much, all of you, for coming. And thank you for being on the planet at this time. Namaste. Thank you.